Well, it really starts to feel like summer when the barbecues come out of hibernation and for a nice outdoor dining treat. Edward Hayden joins us live from Kilkenny with his delicious beef burger recipe. Good morning, Edward.
Good morning, Karen. How are you?
We're great. So tell me, it's all about the little secret extra ingredients that you throw in particular this chilli jam that we hear so much about.
Absolutely. It's all about that, Karen, and that is your kind of your salvation in your burgers. And I'm delighted to see there's a little bit of sun starting to peep out in Graignamana, because when I planned these recipes last week, I was doing so basking in glorious sunshine. And yesterday I had two of my lovely ceramic pots and bay trees that have come to an end with yesterday's weather. So I said, please God, let it be good tomorrow for a bit of outdoor dining.
I know. The weather threw us a bit of a curveball there yesterday on Bank Holiday Monday. Let's kick off with this recipe. What are we starting with, Edward?
It's very simple, Karen, really simple, and it's really simple for people to remember it as well. Now, if I can just preface it by saying, you know, I'm using the minced beef this morning, but people can use minced lamb or even minced pork as well with very similar ingredients, just to vary around the flavour of the burger. So basically, Karen, what I've got, it's super simple. I've got a minced beef here in my bowl, and to that, first and foremostly, I'm just going to add a bit of salt and pepper. So a nice good bit of salt and pepper, just to kind of get that flavour in there from the outset. So pop that in. Then, Karen, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in a suite of binding ingredients. I'm going to add in 3 binding ingredients for you. So the first one I've got some lovely fresh white breadcrumbs, and once they go in, they'll just soak up any of the kind of the moisture from the meat as it kind of cooks. The second binding ingredient is I've got a bit of cheese. Now, I'm just using a little bit of Parmesan cheese here, but you can use the cheese of your choice. And Karen, if you like to kind of maybe a stronger flavour of cheese, something like kind of the blue cheese or the Gorgonzola or something like that, you could pop that in here as well, or even just a bit of normal cheddar. But I've got Parmesan. And the third thing I have is 1 egg. Okay, so pop in 1 egg in there. So those are the 3 binding ingredients which will help to keep this all stuck together. And then, Karen, I just need my 3 flavourings, okay? So a bit of onion is first, so you can use either some chopped scallion or spring onion, or what you could also use a little bit of diced red or white onion as well. I just have the bit of scallion here, which is nice. So I'm going to pop that in. I've also got a little bit of chopped parsley, which I'm going to put in there as well, or whatever herbs you've got, if you have a bit of basil or if you have a bit of chives in there as well. And then, as I said, the killer blow is the bit of sweet chilli sauce, or there's a bit of sweet chilli jam. So whilst that one, Karen, is one that I've made myself, you know, that's not kind of a prerequisite. You could just go to your fridge and, you know, we've all got some sort of a relish or some sort of a chutney, Karen, in the door of the fridge that would kind of work really well. So a bit of tomato chutney, a bit of relish, apple chutney would be gorgeous. You know the mango chutney, Karen, that you would use for your curry?
Yeah, of course.
That would be gorgeous in the lamb version. So if you had minced lamb in there and put in a spoon or 2 of the mango chutney, same if you had a bit of minced turkey as well, that would be absolutely gorgeous. Now, that's all of that. In there then, Karen, I have the gloves on. In there, give it a good mix around, just like so. And then the mixture that I've given you, Karen, you could turn that into a 2-pound loaf tin, squash it into a 2-pound loaf tin and cook that at 170 for about an hour or so. And you've got a gorgeous meatloaf then, maybe to serve hot or cold if people were going on picnics. You could also make up a lovely spicy tomato sauce and drop small little balls of this mixture, just about so big, into the tomato sauce. And that would be gorgeous to make lovely, like Italian-style meatballs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a nice good amount of the mixture here, Karen. I'm just going to mould it up. And you can either pop those into the oven straight away, pop them onto the frying pan or onto the barbecue. In the oven there, I'm going to put them in 180, 350 or gas mark 4. And I'm going to put those in, Karen, for about 20 minutes in there. If I can just tell you though, Karen, as I wash my hands, if you were kind of going to do those on the barbecue, what's really advantageous is to just let them rest for a couple of minutes, first of all. So stick them into the fridge at this stage, maybe for like 20 or 30 minutes, just to firm them up so that they don't go flying in the barbecue for you.
And would you need to cover them, Edward? Do you need a bit of cling film or anything for that?
No, just cover them down with a little bit of cling film in the fridge, Karen, for a few minutes. Yeah.
Lovely stuff.
And then they'll just firm up, because after handling them, they'll just firm up a little bit.
Great. We're dressing it now. Tell us exactly how you're going to dress your burger after they pop out of the oven.
We're dressing it, and dressing it is the key. So I have my burgers here, which I'm just going to take out of the oven. And also, Karen, you can just see I have a little bit of crispy bacon here, a little bit of streaky bacon. So what I've done is I've just toasted my buns. Now, I did that before you came on because I said, as sure as God, if I was doing it on television, I'd probably burn them and you'd all think I was brutal. So I have just toasted them just before you came to me, Karen. And then look at what I have here. This is just a bit of mayonnaise. Again, I've mixed it with a bit of sweet chilli relish, and I'm just going to spread some of that onto the toasted bun. I have a little bit of lettuce, just a small little bit of lettuce. There. I have some sliced tomatoes, Karen. So just a normal bit of sliced tomato here, just like so. And then I'm going to pop my burger on the top. So my burger is absolutely delicious. And again, you can see, Karen, it's not really thin. Sometimes, you know, the very thin burgers, they're all crust. So this will have just that lovely meaty element in the centre of that.
Wow.
And then
look at that Parmesan, Edward. That looks mouth-watering, the way the Parmesan is melted there.
Oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. And Karen, all of that Parmesan, as you said, will give it the most fabulous, fabulous flavour as well. So it's a real burger full of flavour. And then what I'm going to do is I'll just put one, I'll finish one off, and I'll leave one there just like so for you. So what I've got is I've got that burger. I've just got a lovely stick, and I've just put some tomatoes in there as well. And like, Karen, do you know the way, hopefully, Lacoon Day, when people will come around to us, we'll have visitors in our garden, and like, whilst we're not allowed kind of that communal or convivial dining that I often favour, you know, you could just bring around your tray of these like that. Picture yourself now and your husband having a couple of beers, the kids running around, and dig in. Absolutely nice, juicy burger. You're staying with us. We'll talk to you after 9 when you've got another fantastic recipe. Edward, thank you so much for that.